There's a quiet question a lot of us avoid asking ourselves. Not because we don't feel it, but because the answer just feels uncomfortable. What am I really afraid will happen if I actually try? Not if I fail, but if I truly give it my best shot. Because deep down, trying changes things. It's a game changer. It strips away all our comfortable excuses. It closes that safe distance we keep between our dreams and our actions. And once you genuinely try, you can't hide from the outcome anymore. There's no more what if. There's only what is. Most people think they're afraid of failure. It's the classic story, right? I'm scared I'll fall flat on my face. But more often than not, failure isn't the real monster under the bed. The real fear is exposure. The raw, unfiltered truth of what happens when we put ourselves on the line. Think about it. If you don't try, you can always tell yourself the story that you could have succeeded. You can live in a world of pure potential. That potential feels safe, warm, and unlimited. It's a comforting blanket. But trying puts that beautiful story at risk. It asks you to trade the fantasy for reality. When you try, you risk discovering your limits. You risk learning that your best effort doesn't always guarantee the result you want, and that can be incredibly painful. Not because it means you're incapable, but because it forces you to face the hard truth instead of hiding in your imagination. By avoiding that effort, you're not really protecting yourself from failure. You're protecting the perfect, idealized image of who you think you could be. And then there's another hidden fear, the fear of responsibility. Let's say you try and you actually succeed. What then? Well, your life has to change. The bar is raised. The expectations from yourself and others suddenly go up. The comfort of your old routine disappears, replaced by the pressure to maintain that new level of success. Success isn't just a reward. It brings a new weight, a new set of challenges. Sometimes, subconsciously, staying stuck feels safer and easier than carrying the weight of your own growth. Of course, we can't forget the fear of judgment. When you try openly, you step into the spotlight. People can see you. They can see you struggle. They can see you learn, and they can see you succeed. And with visibility comes critique. People can misunderstand your intentions, question your methods, or judge your results. Doing nothing keeps you safely invisible. Trying makes you vulnerable. And that visibility feels incredibly dangerous, especially when your self-trust is a little fragile. It's like walking onto a stage before you've memorized your lines. There's also the deep personal fear of disappointment, specifically disappointing yourself. This one hits close to home for many. If you give it everything you've got, your absolute 100%, and you still fall short, there's no excuse left to lean on. You can't say, well, I didn't really try that hard anyway. You're left alone with the result. That kind of brutal honesty can sting. So, what do? We hold back. We give it 80%. We leave just enough room to protect our ego, telling ourselves we'll try for real later when the time is right, when we're more prepared. But later often becomes a synonym for never. Trying also forces us to let go of our favorite illusion, control. In our minds, we can plan everything perfectly. We can prepare, strategize, and imagine every step. But the moment you take action, you introduce uncertainty. Real-world effort is messy. It's unpredictable. Outcomes are no longer guaranteed by a perfect plan. And for so many of us, that feeling of uncertainty is far more terrifying than staying in a familiar, predictable struggle. We'd rather know the shape of our cage than step into an open, unknown field. Another powerful reason trying feels so scary is its threat to our identity. You might have lived for years as the person who plans, who dreams, who thinks, but who doesn't fully act. That's a known identity. It's comfortable. But when you start to genuinely try, you threaten that identity. You are asking yourself to become someone new, the doer, the striver, the one who takes risks, often before you feel ready for that role. And any kind of fundamental change, especially in how we see ourselves, will always be met with internal resistance. So let's be honest, trying doesn't just risk failure. It risks growth, and growth means discomfort. It means unfamiliarity. It means temporary chaos and instability. Our brains are hardwired to protect us from that kind of disruption, even if it means keeping us stuck in a place we don't want to be. Your brain's job is survival, and the familiar, even if it's painful, feels safer than the unknown. But here's the real cost of avoiding effort. It slowly, quietly teaches you to doubt yourself. Every time you hold back, you send a message to your subconscious. I can't handle it. It keeps you trapped in the land of almost. almost started that business, almost wrote that book, almost had that conversation, almost lived the life you imagined. And over time, the weight of that regret, the ghost of the life you almost lived, becomes infinitely heavier than any failure ever could. Let's be clear, trying does not guarantee success. Nothing does. But not trying guarantees one thing: stagnation. And stagnation, over a long enough timeline, becomes a form of self-betrayal. You are betraying the part of you that knows you are capable of more. You don't need to try perfectly. You don't need to try all at once. You don't even need to believe in yourself fully before you start. You just need to take one small step forward into the uncertainty, because courage is not about having confidence. It's not about being fearless. Courage is about moving forward despite the uncertainty, despite the fear. It's action in the face of the unknown. So the question isn't what you're afraid will happen if you try. The real question you need to ask yourself is this: what will happen if you never do? What will life look like in 5, 10, or 20 years if you continue to let these hidden fears hold you back? If this message resonated with you, take a moment to like this video, and maybe share it with someone who you know is feeling stuck between their fear and their desire to act. And don't forget to subscribe for more quiet reminders about courage, self-trust, and becoming who you are truly meant to be, one honest step at a time. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.